What stands out to me from both Barry and Bo is the emphasis on honoring the truth. For Barry, it's about recognizing a brand's true differentiators, and for Bo, it's about ethical transparency with AI. Both of these approaches align with creating meaningful, lasting connections with customers by being authentic, right? Welcome to Inspired Choice today. I'm your host, Caroline Biesalski, here to bring you authentic stories, surprising lessons, and powerful takeaways to fuel your journey in business and life. In each episode, I'll take you from one inspiring guest to the next, blending their experiences with my expertise to uncover practical strategies you can use right away. Whether you're starting out or stepping up, stay tuned for insights and actionable tips that make a difference. And stick around until the end for a special freebie just for our listeners. Welcome to Inspired Choice today, where we dive deep into insights that fuel personal and professional growth. Today, we're exploring two powerful topics: how to discover and celebrate what makes your brand unique with Barry Labov, and the ethics of AI in creative business with Bo Bennett. Let's dive in. So, my name is Caroline, and I'm your host today at the Inspired Choice. And you know me already. This is episode, I don't know, 390 something, 97. And we dived into season 10. I want to inform you that my plan was to have 44 episodes per season, and it went very well. And I changed my hosting platform 2 weeks ago almost, and I have so many new possibilities with this hosting platform. So I changed the concept from season 10 on. I changed the concept now, and what I'm doing now is I built the bridge. So in the previous episode, you learned about differentiation in branding from Barry Labov on brand differentiation. And I want to catch up on that and tell you something about my insights after the interview with Barry Labov. And then I will lead into the next interview, which is with Bo Bennett, and he talks about languages, using an AI to write books. And this was very interesting as well. So, this is a new beginning. And today is the day where my podcast was created 1 year ago. So 12th of December is today, publication day of this episode, and I'm so happy and humbled to present to you the new Inspired Choice Today podcast. So let's dive in. Barry Labov, my guest, is an award-winning brand strategist, and he has worked with iconic companies like Audi, we say, and Harley Davidson to uncover and honor what makes their brands distinct. He emphasizes that real differentiation isn't about inventing something new, it's about discovering and celebrating what's already there. And I totally relate to this. What we learned in Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, is about the creative imagination and the synthetic imagination. And there's a difference here. So the first one, the creative imagination, creates something completely new, and the synthetic imagination creates something on the idea that is already there. For example, a chair. When you invent a new chair, then the chair was already invented, right? And you imagine a new design for that chair. So I can relate to this, and I'm very grateful for Barry Labov to having said yes to our interview. So I want to quote Barry now. We don't create a brand's uniqueness, we identify it. It's like Michelangelo said about his statue of David. The form was there in the stone. He just removed the parts that didn't belong. And this is so true. And we talked about this in the previous interview. So if you did not listen to it already, please go back to episode 9 point. It is season 9, episode 47, by the way. Go back and listen to this. You will learn something about discovering a brand versus creating a brand. So Barry discussed the power of celebrating a brand's inherent qualities, especially with the team that brings it to life. Take Audi's Quattro technology as an example. Barry's team didn't need to invent anything. They simply helped Audi's sales force communicate what was already unique about their all-wheel drive technology, demonstrating why it was distinct. So we can build upon what's already there, and we just change perspective, right? We open up our minds, and then we discover what is there. Yes, and point out the uniqueness in our brand. So he talked about complacency also. Companies cannot afford to get complacent no matter how successful they become. Audi and Harley Davidson have both recognized the need to adapt constantly. And this is also very, very important for you as a business owner or business starter to stick to your goals that you have with your company. And you have to change the plans, of course. We learned this to pivot along the way in order to stay alive with your company. It is about living and dying, by the way. Even after a century in business, they understand, and he talks about Audi and Harley Davidson again, that growth is about learning and improving continuously. So I see so much overlap here with the work I do coaching clients. Whether it's a company or an individual, growth is all about authenticity, identifying and owning your unique strength without assuming they make you superior, right? And I'm very grateful for the work that I do with my clients. So if you are interested in a free breakthrough call, 20 minutes I offer you for free to help you make the next step and make the next inspired choice for your business to keep going. Because remember, I'm a business owner for 16 years now with all the ups and downs I couldn't imagine, but I went through this, and even we had COVID, right? We have COVID. So if you want to start your business now, the times were never better to do this. So reach out to me. Feel free to book your call. I'm happy to talk to you. Then I want to give an overview or an outlook to the next interview coming up. It is season 10, interview number 2 with Bennett, and he talks about ethics and AI, which is artificial intelligence, of course. So in a world of growing AI integration, my guest Bennett highlights the importance of ethical practices in AI-driven content creation. So this is also about creation and creativity, like in the episode about in with Barry Labov. Bo is a social psychologist and IA expert, and he discussed a common dilemma. Should authors take full credit for work partially written by AI? And this is the great question, right? So we have this new technology, and the question is, do we use it? And if so, if we chose to use it, then are we using it in an ethical way, and are we being transparent about that? So a quote from Bo from the next episode is, if AI wrote the book, should you take credit? I advise using pseudonyms if AI plays a substantial role. It's about transparency, and I totally agree, because both advice applies broadly to anyone integrating AI into their work. Being transparent about AI's role honors both the technology and your audience, allowing consumers to engage with content knowingly and ethically. So this is very important, because when you cheat on that, or I would say if you fake it, if you fake your own content and you don't mark it as AI generated or AI with AI help, so to say, then you present yourself as a fake and as not authentic to your audience, and your audience will always recognize this. And the question is if they, I would say the people want authenticity more than ever, because and you also deserve it. You deserve people who stand true to themselves and they present themselves authentic, like I do here in my podcast. So I sometimes narrate stories of my own life, my own coaching practice, and my own former life, like my experiences in childhood and so on, and how I dealt with them and what I would do in order to improve my life and my thinking as well. Because as we all know, it's all about mindset, right? And how you set your mind, what's set in your mind, and then to go from there and create a better version from you. Here again, the word creation, because it's all about creation. We were created in the image of the creator, and that means we are all creators. So I want to encourage you today and now to step into your creativity and to go through your life with that attitude, so to say. Okay, now we are bringing it together. What stands out to me from both Barry and Bo is the emphasis on honoring the truth. For Barry, it's about recognizing a brand's true differentiators. And for Bo, it's about ethical transparency with AI. Both of these approaches align with creating meaningful, lasting connections with customers by being authentic, right? So thank you for joining me in this exploration of branding and ethics in AI. Today's takeaway: embrace what makes you unique and be transparent about the tools you use. These practices build trust and pave the way for real growth. Now, I want to encourage you all, dear listeners, to apply these principles in your own lives and I want to remind you to check the show notes for further resources and your free 20-minute consultation with me. So this was my first episode in season 10 and my first episode ever bridging one episode with the other. So I am the bridge between Barry, season 9, episode 47, and Bo Bennett, episode season 10 and episode number 2. And this aligns totally with my first intent when I created this podcast. Here again, the word creation, to have one solo episode and one interview in a row. I did not know, so it was not connected, right? It was like, I choose the topic I want to talk about, and then I have an interview guest, and then we talk about inspiration. But now the vision becomes very, very clear. It is about helping business starters with authentic stories and practical lessons. And I'm so happy that you are here, you listen to this episode. Reach out to me and tell me what are your greatest takeaways from this episode. And I see you in the next one. Of course, you see first the episode with Bo Bennett, and then you will have another bridge episode. Let's call it bridge episode or bridge. You know this from a music piece. There's the bridge leading from the we can say from the verse to the chorus as well. And I like this analogy so much. So see you in the next episode. I'm very happy. Your host, Caroline Biesalski. Thank you for listening to Inspired Choice today. I'm thrilled to have you on this journey of growth and transformation. Don't forget to hit follow or subscribe to stay connected and never miss an episode. And here's something special. Grab your free 20-minute breakthrough session with me. It's designed to help you kickstart or level up your business. Just check out the show notes for more. Until next time, keep making those inspired choices. See you in the next episode.